But these are people that on the basis of their race are having their properties taken away from them and their lives being threatened and in some cases killed. These are people that applied and made these claims in their applications and seek to come to the United States in search of refuge.
And Marco Rubio wasn't making it about skin color. He's saying the obvious truth, which is, first off, no one has a right to be an American citizen. If you want to come to America, that's fine. You got to wait and do it legally and figure it out. And even if you really want to come, and even if you're coming from a really bad place, we still don't have to let you in. There's a door now, and not everyone gets to come in the door. Not everyone gets to come into my house. Like, that's just how it works. We're all discernible. We all discriminate when it comes to who can come in our house. If there was a person walking down the street, and let's say he was a fentanyl addict carrying an axe saying, "I'd like to kill Dave Rubin," well, I'm not going to have him over for lunch. What are we having for lunch today? Chipotle. You guys with your Chipotle. What's that? True. My fact check was true. We did one on the fly. So they have jobs and most of them have family members here, et cetera, et cetera. We're fact checking live on the Rubin Report today. You should try that over at CNN, Jake Tapper. But Rubio, of course, is right that what we do, we're not looking at people, oh my God, bring in more whiteys. We're looking at people. We're looking at their circumstances. We're looking at our ability to quote unquote help people. We're looking at what their connections are to this country, what their beliefs are and everything else. And then like everything else, there's a hierarchy. There's an order to importance of what we can do and when we can do it. And Tim Kaine is just a dingbat. More Marco Rubio. Here we go.
South Africa's president is traveling to the United States this week to meet with President Trump. The administration has prioritized bringing some white South Africans, Afrikaners, to the United States despite the increased restrictions on refugees. President Trump claims there's a genocide underway in South Africa. That's a legal determination. The State Department would make it. Are you trying to determine that now?
I will determine that these people are having their properties taken from them. They can call it whatever they want, but these are people that on the basis of their race are having their properties taken away from them and their lives being threatened and in some cases killed. These are people that applied and made these claims in their applications and seek to come to the United States in search of refuge. We've often been lectured by people all over the place about how the United States needs to continue to be a beacon for those who are oppressed abroad. Mm-hmm. Well, here's an example where we're doing that. So I don't understand why people are criticizing it. I think people should be celebrating it, and I think people should be supporting it.
Well, if in fact, is there evidence of a genocide that you have?
They are in favor. I think there's evidence absolutely that people have been murdered, that people have been forcibly removed from their properties, both by the government in some cases because of a law they passed, but also because of independent groups encouraged by political parties inside of South Africa. So listen, to move here from half a world away and leave behind the only homeland you've ever known, that's not something people do lightly, especially people who have spent generations farming their land and developing their property. That's not something that you take lightly and do. These people are doing it for a reason. So we welcome them to the United States, and I think there may be more coming soon.
Okay, so once again, he's just doing a bang-up job. You can see what she's trying to do. She's trying to pin this on the word genocide. And the word genocide means something very, very specific, which would be a systemic, organized, what would you say? A systemic, organized, aimed destruction of a certain people based on ethnicity. And you would have to see over time population going down, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what we've seen in South Africa, we know this. And by the way, tomorrow in studio, I have Rob Herzog. Rob Herzog is a South African businessman who I had on when we were at ARC in London in February. And he was talking about the 140 plus race-based laws that there now are in South Africa. The fact that they are, yes, taking farms away from white farmers and a series of other things. But again, it's so interesting that this gets on Meet the Press and what show is that? Face the Nation and Meet the Face and Face the Nation and Face the it somehow is escalated to these people because 59 white people got in here. Again, you guys didn't have a problem when 15 million people were coming in. Now we got a couple white people in who, as we just fact-checked live on the show, either have jobs and or family in the United States, so they're not just going to be put on the dole, and now you're freaking out about it. So once again, just bang up job, Marco Rubio. You may have heard that RFK Jr., known for his sharp mind and tireless energy on the campaign trail, is using methylene blue to stay focused, energized, and resilient. Now you can tap into those same benefits with Recharge from the wellness company. Recharge is the first to combine methylene blue with urolithin A, creating a one-of-a-kind formula designed to boost mitochondrial function, sharpen focus, and elevate cognition. Methylene blue crosses the blood-brain barrier to increase ATP production, which acts as a powerful antioxidant. If you're looking for a real edge, mentally and physically, Recharge delivers. Get 15% off plus free shipping at twc.health/Rubin with code Rubin. Feel the difference. Think clearer. Recharge.